What if I told you, Christopher? Nolan is spending $250 million to bring a 3,000-year-old story to life using massive IMAX cameras, real oceans, real deserts, real castles, no shortcuts. This is not just another fantasy movie. This could be the most ambitious film of his entire career. Yes, even bigger than Oppenheimer. Christopher Nolan is officially adapting Homer's ancient epic, the Odyssey, into a giant cinematic experience set to release on July 17, 2026. After winning Oscars for Oppenheimer, Nolan could have chosen anything: a sci-fi thriller, a spy drama, another time-bending experiment. Instead, he chose one of the oldest adventure stories ever told. That decision alone says something powerful. He wants to go back to the foundation of storytelling itself. The film follows Odysseus, the Greek king of Ithaca, played by Matt Damon. If you remember Damon in Interstellar or Oppenheimer, you already know he brings intensity. This time, he transforms physically for the role. He went through strict training, cut weight, changed his diet, even grew a real beard for a full year because Nolan refused fake facial hair. Nolan wanted realism. He wanted audiences to feel the exhaustion on Odysseus' face, the salt from the ocean, the dust from battle. Odysseus is not a simple hero. He is clever, strategic, sometimes morally gray. Nolan describes him as wily, inventive, complicated. Therefore, this won't be a typical sword-swinging action character. Expect intelligence to be his greatest weapon. The story begins after the Trojan War. Odysseus just wants to go home. That sounds simple, right? Wrong. His journey turns into a nightmare across unknown seas filled with monsters, gods, temptation, betrayal, survival. He faces the Cyclops Polyphemus. He hears the deadly siren. He encounters Circe, played by Charlize Theron, who has the power to transform men. Zendaya plays Athena, the goddess guiding him. Anne Hathaway plays Penelope, his wife, fighting off dangerous suitors back home. Robert Pattinson plays Antinous, one of those aggressive men trying to take Odysseus' throne. Tom Holland plays Telemachus, the son who grows up without his father, determined to find him. Think about that emotional core for a second. A father trying to return home, a wife holding on to hope, a son searching for answers. This is not just myth, this is family. Nolan called this story foundational. He even said many modern movies, including his own, are inspired by the Odyssey in some way. Survival, identity, time, sacrifice. Those themes are already in his filmography. Therefore, adapting this epic feels personal. Now, here's where things get wild. The budget is reportedly $250 million. That makes it the most expensive film Nolan has ever made. More surprising, it is his first movie shot entirely on IMAX 70mm film cameras. Over 2 million feet of film stock were used. Those cameras are huge, heavy, loud. Most directors avoid them. Nolan leaned into them completely. Filming happened across Morocco, Greece, Italy, Scotland, Iceland, Western Sahara, Malta, even Los Angeles. Real deserts, real black sand beaches, real ancient ruins. Nolan wanted to capture what it actually feels like to travel through an unmapped world. Weather changed constantly. Ocean waves were unpredictable. Therefore, the actors truly experienced the physical challenge of the journey. For sea sequences, the production used the largest modern Viking longship in the world, modified to look like an ancient Greek warship. Imagine standing on that deck while waves crash around you, cameras rolling in IMAX. That level of realism changes performances. Nolan also took an interesting creative risk. Instead of showing gods as glowing magical beings, he reportedly chose a grounded interpretation. Natural phenomena may represent divine intervention, storms, wind, shadows. This approach keeps mythology believable. It feels epic without becoming cartoonish. However, not everything has been smooth. When Universal released the first image of Matt Damon in costume, historians quickly criticized the armor design for historical inaccuracy. Social media debated the helmet. Some loved the classic Hollywood style. Others wanted strict authenticity. Nolan seems aware of the debate. He appears to be balancing myth, cinema history, modern storytelling. After all, this is not a documentary. It is a myth retold through a filmmaker who loves practical craft. The marketing strategy has been fascinating. A 70-second teaser first appeared only in theaters before Jurassic World Rebirth. No immediate online release. classic Nolan move, build mystery. The footage reportedly showed Tom Holland's Telemachus speaking about his missing father, while Odysseus appears briefly drifting unconscious in the ocean. Fans described it as haunting, emotional, atmospheric. Later, a 6-minute IMAX prologue debuted showing the Trojan horse sequence. Early reactions compared its tension to Dunkirk, claustrophobic, intense, visually overwhelming. Critics praised Ludwig Göransson's score building pressure throughout the scene. If that prologue is a sample, this movie might feel massive from the first frame. When the full teaser dropped online, it reportedly pulled over 121 million views in 24 hours across platforms. That makes it one of the most watched trailers of 2025. Tickets for select IMAX 17mm screenings even went on sale 1 year before release. Some sold out within hours. That is almost unheard of. Industry analysts are already predicting it could become the highest-grossing film of 2026. Some even believe it might surpass The Dark Knight as Nolan's biggest hit ever. That's a bold prediction. However, the early demand looks serious. Here's the bigger question. Can a 3,000-year-old poem connect with modern audiences in 2026? Or will it feel distant? Nolan clearly believes these themes are timeless. A man lost at sea trying to return home. A family holding on to fate. A hero facing temptation. Those ideas still matter. If Nolan succeeds, the Odyssey will not just be another epic. It will remind Hollywood that some of the greatest stories were written thousands of years ago. Sometimes moving forward means going back to the beginning. July 17, 2026. Mark that date, because this might be the movie that turns ancient mythology into the biggest cinematic event of the year. Would you sail into theaters for this one in IMAX? Or are you waiting to see if Nolan can truly make myth feel real?